Coming up on 5 Minute News. Florida governor signs law to limit voting in the state. GOP seeks unity, even if that means embracing election lie. And woman from Mali gives birth to 9 babies in Morocco. It's Friday, May 7. I'm Anthony Davis. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a wide-ranging list of new voting restrictions into law on Thursday, staging a misleading made-for-TV ceremony meant to tout his credentials on a top priority for the Republican Party's conservative base. At a live bill signing event aired exclusively on Fox News, DeSantis said that the new law would prevent fraud and restore confidence in Florida's elections, although the state has found no evidence of widespread fraud. The move made Florida the latest GOP-led state to enact tighter voting rules over the objections of Democratic critics, who charge the law only makes it harder for people, particularly the elderly and people of color, to vote. Florida's new law restricts when ballot drop boxes can be used and who can collect ballots and how many. It mandates that drop boxes must be guarded and available only when elections offices and early voting sites are open. A spokesperson for the governor said later that DeSantis did not sign the actual bill on camera and that the event was purely ceremonial. No other media outlets were advised of the bill signing or allowed in. Fox News is clearly the network of choice for Republican politicians, as Donald Trump illustrated time and again during his presidency. But staging a semi-official event for Fox's cameras is highly unusual. In recent months, DeSantis has tried to burnish his credentials with his party's base. He pushed through an anti-riot bill, which he signed last month, that was clearly aimed at the Black Lives Matter movement that roiled the country over the summer. He's also expected to soon sign into law a measure that would punish social media companies that he claims censor conservatives. The elections law clearly plays into that strategy. The US House GOP, led by Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, is moving towards stripping Representative Liz Cheney of her leadership post for her frequent criticism of former President Donald Trump. The unusual step, they say, is necessary to unify a party whose base still reveres the former president 4 months after he incited a deadly riot at the US Capitol. With Republicans close to reclaiming control of the House next year, the treatment of Cheney suggests GOP leaders will do almost anything to rally the party's base, even if that means sweeping the events of January 6 under the rug and embracing, or refusing to confront, Trump's ongoing lie that he won the 2020 election, a campaign that he actually lost by a wide margin. Those backing Cheney's ouster argue she's become a distraction by continuing to criticize Trump, who remains the dominating force in the party. They want to move forward, they say, and focus on policy ideas and providing a clear contrast with Democrats. But critics see the fight as a larger distraction. The GOP's leadership turmoil could pose some risks for Democrats as well. While many Democrats are only too happy to let Republicans fight among themselves, the drama could distract from President Joe Biden's efforts to promote his massive infrastructure package, a push he took on the road on Thursday with a visit to Louisiana. Still, Republicans are making a clear political calculation. Trump remains deeply popular among GOP voters, and many continue to believe the lies he continues to spread about what happened in November. A CNN poll late April found that 70% of Republicans believe that Biden did not legitimately win the election, even though dozens of local Republican election officials, state audits, and even Trump's former attorney general have said there was no evidence of fraud. A Malian woman has given birth to 9 babies at once, after expecting 7, according to Mali's Minister of Health and the Moroccan clinic where the non-uplets were born. It appeared to be the first time on record that a woman had given birth to 9 surviving babies at once. The 5 girls and 4 boys and their mother are doing well, Mali's health minister said in a statement. The mother, 25-year-old Halima Sis, gave birth to the babies by caesarean section on Tuesday in Morocco after being sent there for special care. Malian doctors, under government orders, sent her to Morocco for the births because hospitals in Mali, one of the world's poorest countries, are ill-equipped to provide adequate care for this exceptional multiple pregnancy. Sis gave birth prematurely at 30 weeks and is now in a stable condition. The babies weigh between 1.1 and 2.2 pounds. The Guinness Book of World Records said on Wednesday that its current record for most living births at once is 8, and that it's verifying the Morocco birth. Yaqub Khalaf, a professor of reproductive medicine at King's College London, said that such births would be extraordinarily unlikely without fertility treatment, and noted the dangers involved with such multiple births. He urged more awareness worldwide about monitoring fertility treatments and about the risks and costs of having so many premature babies at one time. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.